Recording in progress.
I now call this General Committee meeting to order. This meeting is being held in person electronically in accordance with the Municipal Act. The first item on the agenda is the consent agenda. For the consent items, I will read out the title associated with the recommended motions printed on the agenda. Members of General Committee may ask that an item be held to discuss the matter further. If an item isn't held, the motion is deemed to be approved on consent. No further discussion of the item will take place at the General Committee, and the recommended motions will go forward to the next City Council meeting for consideration. So we'll start with the reports of reference advisory. There's two reports. The report of the Infrastructure and Investment Committee dated November 29th, which is to be received after Councillor Hamilton gives an update.
Thank you. And through you, the Infrastructure and Community Investment Committee met on Wednesday, November 29th at 6 p.m., where we received a presentation 101 on the design from the design and construction branch here at the city. We took a look at capital planning, project management, design and construction, and engineering support that play a critical role in some of our major infrastructure projects. And we also received an update on a bit of some of the high-level projects that are underway, including the wastewater treatment facility upgrade, Little Lake sewage pumping station, and the Ann Street boosting pumping station as well. We also received the report from Communities in Bloom, dated November 7th, 2023.
Thank you, Councillor, for the report. So that report is to be received. We'll now go to the report of the Finance and Responsible Governance Committee dated December 6, 2023, which is to be received following Councillor Harvey's remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Nuttall. Committee met on the 13th of December. We just had one item on the agenda, which was a presentation by Deloitte concerning the City of Barrie's 2023 audit service plan. During the presentation, Ms. Colvecchia provided an overview of the legislative opinion letter to the Mayor and Council from Deloitte regarding the 2023 audit service plan, provided details concerning the identified significant audit risks of revenue recognition and management override controls, an overview of Deloitte's auditing approach, focus areas, processes, and their work plan, along with a summary of the risk-based approach and associated phases of the audit. She also went on to speak about the communication requirements and responsibilities under the Canadian General Accepted Auditing Standards and the new and revised public sector account standards for 2023 and beyond. And members of committee asked a few questions, and it was a quite informative session. So that was the one and only thing that we had on that meeting.
Thank you, Councillor. So that is to be received and is received. We'll now go to staff reports, CAM 003-23. That's approved on consent. DEV 062-23. That's approved on consent. We're now going to go to inquiries. Are there any inquiries around the table? Seeing none, we'll move past inquiries into announcements. Are there any announcements around the table? Councillor Kungle.
I'd like to make an announcement, please, just for the public, as we're coming into the holiday season, trying to get communication out that both Councillor Amy Corser, Ward 4, and myself for Ward 3 will have a joint town hall booked for Monday, February the 5th. You'll see in respective newsletters coming out in the new year, but please do look to attend that. We will be hosting that town hall with Mayor Nuttall at the Legion off of Ferris Lane.
Thank you, Councillor Kungle. Are there any other announcements around the table? Seeing none, just give me one moment, please. Members of Council, if you can give me your indulgence, We'd like to proceed with the second presentation from this evening during our announcement period of General Committee rather than Council, if you'll permit me. And if so, I'm going to make my way over to the podium over there, albeit kind of slowly. Members of Council, it's been a while since I've fallen using this, but if there was going to be a time, it would be on television. So I appreciate the indulgence for tonight. If I can ask you go to 6.2 on your City Council agendas, you'll see that it is that time of the season where we get to, one, see how artistic and capable our community is in terms of bringing it to life in a Christmas card. And we also get to award a winner for all of the submissions that came in as part of the Christmas card contest. This year was a very robust year in terms of the amount of submissions that we had. There was a lot of competition. An entire class from St. Marguerite de Ville entered the competition, and I was able to go there today. And next year, if they do that, I'll go the day after, because the first question I got was, which one of us won? And luckily, I had Sean from the mayor's office there who was able to answer for me. But it was incredible to see young people getting involved, seeing people around our community getting involved, their ideas of Christmas, of the holiday season, and all of that taking place here in the city of Barrie. So tonight, I'm pleased to announce that Valerie Losell is the winner of the 2023 Mayor's Christmas Card Contest for her submission of a watercolor painting entitled Tree Lighting. The tree lighting picture was created as one of 15 illustrations for a children's picture book called The Red Wagon's Winter Dream, the standalone second book in a series by local author Margot Edge. I would like to call upon Valerie Losell to join me at the podium to present you with the check. Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. This is incredible. You're a very talented person.
Thank you.
And may I, you know, the check isn't as much as it should be. So.
Great.
Thank you so much. Would you like to say a few words?
No, but you can do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I will take my mask off and picture.
Wonderful. Thank you, Valerie. Can we take one for Bob as well, here? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Someone wants to take the picture.
Valerie, thanks again for sharing your talents with us as a community. It's pretty amazing. We're going to now go to the circulation list for December 6, 2023. Are there any comments or items? Councilor Negussi.
Mayor Nadal, I would like to recognize about the circulation of section A1231213. I just want to share my appreciation on behalf of Ward 6 resident to the staff and all the participants. The tree planting event was exceptionally productive, and thanks to the Tree Canada and Development Service for organizing food forest tree planting event at Batox, or future Craig Pershella Park. And I want to express my gratitude to all those who contributed, including generous donors, LCBO, their dedicated employees and families, as they made it a memorable event. And I would like to thank to the staff who participated and selected Ward 6, specifically Batox Park, as part of this active community garden program. And big kudos to our staff, Park and Program Coordinator, Stephanie Whiteman.
Thank you, Councilor Negussi, and absolutely, I think we all share your comments and thanks. I'm now going to ask if there's no other for December. Oh, Councilor Morales, is it for the 6th of December?
Mayor Nuttall, yes, for the same circulation.
Okay, perfect.
Just very quickly, the one about the parking pass, the update from staff. If I may, through Mayor Nuttall to Mr. Forsyth, or actually this might be to Mr. James Reed, is there an opportunity for us to put a quick little infographic in the paper tax bill, property tax bill that goes out? My thinking is the kind of person that still gets a property tax bill is the kind of person that maybe needs a nudge on this. And yes, I know that enforcement will begin January 1st technically, but it's something that, and these bills don't go out for a little bit after that, but it's still something that putting it in front of the eyeballs at the right time might increase our conversion.
Through you, Mayor Nuttall, to Councillor Morales. We'll certainly look at that. We have done a very extensive campaign on this, and we intend to continue to do that. And we have seen a really positive pickup by offering the in-person services at the rec centers. That's been really a really positive thing. And you'll notice also there's Quebec signs around the entire city and all of your wards. But I'll certainly take that and see if we can make that happen.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you, Ms. James Reed. And Mayor Nuttall, I just want to quickly commend Ms. James Reed and her department. There's not a lot. There's some residents in my ward that don't have cell phones, and they call me and say, I don't have a cell phone, how do I do this? There's been a couple that I was in the area, and I'm like, here, I'll come over and help you do it. But the fact that Ms. James Reed, I know you informed me a couple months ago that they can come to Service Berry, and they can be helped. That piece of knowledge of no cell phone, yes, you still have an option, that is key, and that probably resolves a lot of the concern. And somewhat related, but unrelated, I think the communication strategies that this memo shows that you've done and how they've been effective. We saw that tonight. An unrelated meeting, but the fact that two of the individuals that spoke said they heard it on the radio or they heard it on social media speaks to the increase in your reach on self-identified millennials or people who've been here 30 years. It's actually unique seeing that range that you're reaching.
Thank you, Councilor. Sorry, Councilor Negussi again.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Nuttall. I have one question, point of clarity on A2231213. I know the answer to this question, but some residents reach out to me with some concern, and I would like to ask staff, maybe Ms. James Reid, about how the confidentiality regarding the digital permit process, and are there any third party involved in this process, and are our residents secured in terms of their personal information?
Thank you for the question, through you, Mayor Nuttall. I'm actually going to ask Mr. Forsyth to answer that question.
Thank you. Through Mayor Nuttall to Councilor Negussi. So, yeah, our contract with Hotspot requires them to delete the information immediately after validation, and no information is kept. And they also are required not to be sharing the information with any third-party companies. And kind of to what Ms. James Reed had mentioned earlier, for those that are uncomfortable using the app or don't want to download their information through the app, they can go to Service Berry. And actually, in fact, within the last couple months, we partnered with our friends in Recreation, and the staff at the Recreation Center now are also capable of validating these, so that just expands kind of the hours and the reach for our community to acquire the passes should they want to do it in person as opposed to the app.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Negussi. Thank you to our team on that again. Are there any December 13th related items on the circulation list? I'm not seeing any December 13th, so we'll go past that, and we're going to go right into adjournment. Members of council, we're going to start the council meeting at 20 after 7 if our clerk is ready and able on that. And we are, so we're going to start pretty well right away. We'll just take 1 minute here.